God has already set an end to the difficulty. You have to get your second wind. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. What He started, He's going to finish. Dig down deep and keep passing the test. Keep thanking Him that it's on the way. Keep declaring what He promised. Keep believing when you don't see any sign of it. Stay in this attitude of faith. We all go through seasons in life that are difficult. We're going along fine, then an unexpected challenge comes. We're diagnosed with an illness. Our child is in trouble. The pandemic hits. Our business slows down. It's easy to get discouraged and wonder why it happened. But God doesn't stop every difficulty. He will allow challenges to move us into our purpose. If you'll pass the test, on the other side of that difficulty is a new level of your destiny. You can't become who you were created to be without going through hot winds of testing. How you respond in these difficult times will determine whether you come out bitter or you come out better. Times when you feel overwhelmed. You're doing the right thing, but it's not improving. You're praying, but it seems like God went on vacation. You lost that loved one. You don't see how you can make it. That's not just a random challenge. It's not just bad luck. You're in the hot winds of testing. God is seeing what you're made of. How deep do your roots go down? Are you going to live sour, discouraged? Or are you going to dig down deep and say, I may not understand it, but God, I trust you. I know you're bigger than what I'm facing. Your plans for me are for good. So Lord, I thank you that you will get me to where I'm supposed to be. You have to be determined. You're not going to be moved by what's not fair. You're not going to get bitter over who did you wrong. You're not going to live discouraged because of a bad break, a delay, an unexpected challenge. You may be in the hot winds of testing now. You're dealing with an issue in your family or at the office. That coworker is leaving you out, getting on your nerves. Not once, but this has gone on month after month. If your roots don't go down deep, if you live shallow, let it frustrate you, try to pay them back, then you'll get stuck where you are. That difficulty is not there to defeat you, it's there to promote you. If you'll pass the test, keep doing the right thing, keep being good to people, keep letting God fight your battles, because your roots go down deep, God will not only turn it around, but He'll bring you out better. Don't let the hot winds of testing cause you to fall apart. It may be taking longer than you thought. You were determined at first. You stood strong, but now it's been a long time. You're tired. Thoughts are telling you it's never going to work out. You'll never get well, never see your family restored. Don't believe those lies. That test is not permanent. God has already set an end to the difficulty. You have to get your second wind. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. What He started, He's going to finish. Dig down deep and keep passing the test. Keep thanking Him that it's on the way. Keep declaring what He promised. Keep believing when you don't see any sign of it. Stay in this attitude of faith. Well, Joel, I don't understand why this happened. I was being my best. Why did I have this bad break? Why did I come down with this illness? Why did these people turn on me? It's just life. Being a person of faith doesn't exempt us from difficulty. These tests come to us all. There's going to be some hot winds of testing. You're going to have things in life that can knock the wind out of you, take your joy, cause you to give up on your dreams. If you're going to pass the test, your roots have to go down deep. You can't be weak, complain, God, why did this happen? You have to have a made-up mind. I know God is still on the throne. I know Him being for me is more than the world being against me. I'm not moved by what's not improving. I'm not moved by how unfair it is. I'm not moved by what I don't understand. I know what was meant for harm, God is turning to my advantage. To stand means you're not moved by what's not changing. You're not complaining because it's taking so long. You're not bitter because you had the setback. You're not frustrated because your plans didn't work out. You are steadfast, immovable, unshakable. Your roots go down deep. You have a report of victory when you could be complaining. You talk about health when you're fighting the illness. You talk about abundance when your business is down. You talk about overcoming when you feel like you're overcome. That's what it means to stand. You stand believing, stand trusting, stand hoping, stand expecting. If you'll stand immovable, unshakable, then you will be unstoppable. Those hot winds of testing will not keep you from your destiny. They will launch you into your destiny. God is looking for people, not necessarily that have great faith, but people that will simply stand. Stand in the middle of a pandemic, not bitter, not discouraged, but stand with an attitude of faith. Stand when the problem is not turning around. Stand when it's taken longer than you thought. Stand when your heart is breaking. Stand when the bottom fell out. God never said we wouldn't have an evil day, a time of trouble, but He did promise if you'll just stand, He'll bring you out. If you'll stand, He'll defeat your enemies. If you'll stand, He'll give you beauty for ashes. If you'll stand, joy is coming in the morning. If you'll stand, the enemies you see today, you will see no more. Don't let those hot winds of testing cause you to wilt, think that God is not for you. I must have done something wrong. No, you probably did something right. That's why the enemy's trying to stop you. He thought you would fall apart, get bitter, blame God. What he didn't realize is you know how to stand. You're not moved by the hot winds. You're not worried about the medical report. You're not frustrated over how long it's been. You're steadfast. You're immovable. Sometimes God will keep you out of the fire. Other times He'll make you fireproof and send you into the fire. You may be in the fire now. You feel those hot winds of testing. You need to remind yourself those flames can't harm you. That trouble can't take you out. Those people can't stop what God has ordained. It's a test. Are you going to stand despite the opposition? Are you going to stay in faith despite things not working out? Are you going to keep believing even though you've had setbacks? When you can say like them, even if God doesn't do it my way, I'm still not going to bow down. I'm still not going to live defeated. I'm still not going to give up on my dreams. When your roots go down deep, God will make things happen that you couldn't make happen. You'll defeat giants that are much bigger, accomplish dreams that seem impossible. But there are times in life that we all get thrown into the furnace, so to speak. We're praying, God, please keep us out. Keep me from the trouble. Keep me from the sickness. But here's the key. God controls the thermostat. He won't let the fire get too hot for you. He knows how much you can handle. If it feels like it's too much, that's because you're stronger than you think. It's because your destiny is greater than you think. He's getting you prepared for things much bigger in your future, for favor, influence, opportunity that you've never seen. Don't wilt in the trouble. Dig down deep. It's not too much for you. You can handle it. You've been armed with strength for this battle. You are full of can-do power. The forces that are for you are greater than the forces that are against you.